This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
You're listening to a Frequency Podcast Network production.
The Brock and Dalby Podcast.
This is the Brock and Dalby Podcast.
Welcome to Friday. My name is Brock.
I'm Dalby.
We're doing an unsanctioned podcast today because things kind of went off the rails in a very good way, though, but we had no material to put together a podcast.
Yeah, I think it would be illegal for us to play all of the Monster Mash, Ghostbusters, and Time Warp that we played on the show today in the podcast.
So if you didn't listen to any of the show live, we played the Monster Mash once, and people were really stoked on it. So we were like, maybe we can use this to our advantage to get our 50-50 jackpot up. And we said, because we were doing our final early bird prize for $2,000, if we can get $2,000 more, we're going to keep playing the Monster Mash until we get $2 more grand.
Right, and it worked out pretty well. It was a little bit of a slow start, but just after 6 o'clock, we hit the milestone.
We only had to play the Monster Mash 9 times.
Yeah,
so.
that's... I love the idea of we only had to play the Monster Mash 9 times, as if, that makes sense anywhere outside of a haunted house.
Well, this guy was super annoyed.
Can you guys play any different song?
All you got to do is text boobs to 762-555 and buy some 50-50 tickets.
Okay, then you'll play any other song, please.
Yes. Until we get to $145,000, we are mashing it up this morning, all right?
And we're very close. We're within $300.
How much are we at right now?
$144,675.
Hey, go, you'll send them $300. What's up? Song.
we pissed off a lot of people, but we were able to get to that 150, and then we were like, man, we keep this going. So then we started playing Ghostbusters.
Right.
We kept busting until we hit another goal. Then Ashley had the idea that we should do the Time Warp, so we did the Time Warp again and again. I felt like Herve Brooks out there. Again. We ended up getting to $150,000. So if you were listening this morning, if you donated or bought a ticket rather, thank you. You're an absolute beauty. But that's kind of why we had no material to put a podcast together.
Sure, yeah. But I mean, also looking at it, the jackpot kept growing. We're at the time of recording this, just after the show, it's $153,000, which means we went up 10 grand just in the day. That's $5,000 going straight to Breast Cancer Canada, and that's why for both of us, this whole thing, we've done the dumb getting tattoos and eating testicles and shaving and music and all these other things, but at the end of the day, what makes this thing so cool and so worth doing is being able to turn that check over to Breast Cancer Canada at the end of this whole thing.
Oh, dude, it is so rad. It's like winning a championship, which, I mean, potentially. The Jays could do it all. I was reading that they could be the first team ever in Major League Baseball history to win a World Series on Halloween.
It also, in my headcanon of baseball, the playoffs are in October, and it's going to mess with me if it goes to Game 7, that it'll be decided on November 1st. I know it's not the first time that it would have gone to November, but in my brain, that feels fucked up. I don't like the idea.
Doesn't sit right?
No, someone should win the World Series in October, so it has to happen tonight, so it has to be the Blue Jays.
I am interested tonight because we've talked about a few times this week how bullshit the O Canada anthems were in Los Angeles there. They're absolutely brutal.
It felt intentional.
But they have not announced who is going to do O Canada tonight. And let me know what you think about this. Okay. I had an idea. Right. I mean, it's probably too late for anyone to do anything, but I think it would be sick if for Game 6 tonight or even Game 7, if it does happen, if they just go, we want everyone in the crowd to sing O Canada together. They get all 30, 40,000 people at the Sky Dome to sing O Canada, and I think that would just fire the boys right up.
Dude,
you know?
Imagine the screen and the PA announcer, right? They come out, and there's the red carpet and everything where, like, normally a singer would walk out, and he gets on, and he's like, today we have our most important anthem singer ever, and then the screen just says, you.
Yeah.
Like, nobody comes out, and it's just like the lyrics come up on screen like a karaoke bar, or even better, you hear that, do-do-do.
Oh, you get the elementary school version going?
And all the
I don't know who that barbershop quartet was, but people would go nuts for that.
That's the thing, though. I'm sure it's royalty free with how it was used in all the schools. We don't even need them.
Yeah.
We just need to find that recording, play it at the Sky Dome. Everybody would understand the assignment.
And then we have Randy Newman sing the American national anthem because they disrespected the hell out of us. It's time that we do it to them.
Is it just me? But I feel like Randy Newman would kill that anthem. I feel like bombs bursting in air.
Oh, God.
Gave proof through the...
Dude, you do a sick Randy Newman,
I didn't know I had that in me, if I'm being honest. It started shaky, but I found that note.
Yeah. You've got a friend in you, brother. That's for sure.
I try not to let it out.
Well, the other thing is, so it's who's doing O Canada, and then who's throwing out the first pitch tonight, because throughout the ALDS and the ALCS, they pretty much went through like the 2015 Jays of like your Josh Donaldson, your Bautista. They had Russell Martin, Kevin Pillar, Encarnacion, and
all the big names you would expect from some of the Jays runs, including, of course, the World Series runs.
Well, yeah, for the World Series, they did, what was it, Cito Gaston and then Joe Carter, which as soon as you saw that pitch from Joe Carter, you knew it was going to be a bad game.
Joe Carter dirts one.
Yeah.
And we're like, uh-oh.
But who's going to throw out the ball tonight? Because it can't be Alomar. He's canceled.
Yeah. The whole, I mean, he's done a few
Gruber's
things.
canceled as well.
What did Gruber do?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was canceled.
He has some inappropriate behavior. Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Turns out my mom was right about that.
If you have ever met anyone who met Kelly Gruber, they usually let them touch his butt. I think he did that a little too friendly.
Listen, maybe I just haven't followed up on where this guy's been since back in the day, but I feel like John Olerud was a Blue Jay you could set your watch to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was, and he had a decent arm
Dave
over at first
Steve
base.
would be nice too.
Winfield would be good. Is he still around? Oh, give me some Juan Guzman.
Yeah.
What's Juan Guzman up to these days?
Carlos Delgado could be sick. I mean, even John Gibbons, but I think he's working for the Mets right now. But
I mean, as long as it's not the Dodgers, I feel like it's in play.
I was thinking, what about if you had like one of Roy Halladay's kids come out? Because like lifelong Jay that never got to go to the playoffs with the team, retired as a Blue Jay and stuff too. I think that could be a pretty sweet tribute.
I think people would be into that. I also saw, and I feel like you're not going to like this, but I did see a suggestion that I did think was neat of why not have Vlad Sr. come through.
But he was an Expo.
But the Expos aren't even a team anymore.
Yeah, but
we're not remembering him for his time as an Expo. We're remembering him for the 3 to 5 seconds it took for him to make one of the greatest baseball players of all time.
Sure.
That's the accomplishment we're celebrating.
I get where you're coming from, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like I think. Like, hear me out. If the Expos were still a team, you absolutely would not do that.
No, I don't think that would work because
there's
there
still
would be
the
a
rivalry.
Yeah.
And I get it. Everyone in Canada has a soft spot for the Expos, blah, 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 since
Expos
they
are
left.
dead.
But hear me out. That'd be like if the Leafs were in the Stanley Cup final and Carey Price's son played for the team, and then Carey Price came out and dropped the puck at center ice. Fuck that.
Well, no, because there would be some differences. You would need to have the Montreal Canadiens would have to cease to exist, which would automatically make your life a happier place. And I don't know what alien invasion we have to go through before we get the Leafs in the Stanley Cup Finals. But at that point, who cares who's dropping the puck? The world's in shambles.
I just have a hard time celebrating a Montreal sports team. You know?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's not the Expos.
Because he's not going to wear Jay's jersey. I mean, he might wear his son's jersey out there.
He would wear his son. If Vladimir Guerrero Sr. was offered the chance to throw the first pitch at a game where his son could win the World Series, that motherfucker is putting on a Jays jersey in a heartbeat.
You know what's better than all of the ones that we've suggested? Get Buck Martinez out there. Ooh. Now, I know there might be some complications with the broadcast and stuff, but think about it. That guy has played for the team. He's managed the team. He's done the play-by-play.
Right.
He's been with the Blue Jays longer than anyone. He just beat cancer. Everybody was rallying for him.
Everybody loves Buck. Nobody's
that would
got a
be
problem
pretty
with Bud.
fucking sweet.
Also, like I said, mic him up. Leave him on the podcast. Have him and Dan bantering as he's going down those big concrete ramps to get down to the field level. And let's hear him react in real time.
He throws it and he's like, just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
Dude, I was seeing, and I mean, I don't think this is a surprise to anyone, that this game is the most expensive Canadian sporting ticket of all time, with as cheap as $2,000,
right,
on the high end $35,000, and it's even crazy. During Game 4 the other night, or Game 5 rather, when they hit those 2 leadoff home runs, these ticket like Facebook pages that I'm on, the prices jumped up just after they hit the home runs. Like everyone has got fever right now.
It's like if you play the stocks at all, and you know when like a company announces good or bad news, there's like an immediate reaction to their stock price. That's what those home runs were. The first home run was good news. The second home run, a huge spike in the prices.
I wonder how many people can afford to go to the games versus are going broke for it, because obviously there's a lot of like rich bastards in Toronto. You see it at Leafs games all the time, right? That buy these expensive tickets, yada, 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 or whatever. But I do feel like there's a lot of people that are like maybe taking out a line of credit or something to go to the Jays game now.
You think about it, right? And this, for you especially, like, you've never seen a championship for your favorite teams, the Leafs and the Jays, in your lifetime. And I saw, we saw fans reacting to the Jays making it to this point, saying exactly that. And because it's been 32 years since the last World Series, because it's been 475 years since the last Leafs Stanley Cup, like, people are kind of battered. You know what I mean? They're like, I have to buy tickets to this because it might not happen again in my time on this planet.
Yeah.
So I get where you could make the justification to yourself of like, I have a line of credit with my bank. I don't use it unless it's only there for emergencies. But if I thought I could never possibly see this again, yeah, I might be willing to check that onto a credit card or a line of credit and deal with it later.
You sound exactly like some dude in our province who justified that exact quote to his wife.
Oh, absolutely.
There's most definitely some guy that's like, but babe,
this might never happen again.
Like, he's like trying to use his kid. The kid's never going to see this again.
Yeah.
Using his kid as the excuse to spend $10,000 on Jays tickets.
Oh my God!
Some deadbeat dad who's not paying alimony this month because he bought Jays tickets.
But listen, I'm sorry that I won't be able to contribute to Christmas presents this year, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it is crazy though, because back in 2015, and maybe I've said this before on the show. I went to the ALDS, ALCS, and we did have tickets for the World Series.
Right.
We went to the ALDS Game 5, like Bat Flip Bautista game.
Mm-hmm.
Those tickets were $50. Got them like straight off Ticketmaster.
Crazy.
Went to ALCS against Kansas City when everyone like booed Johnny Cueto off the mound. Those tickets were $75.
Damn.
And then we had World Series tickets. I got so lucky on Ticketmaster back then. I thought I had the code cracked and everything. We had World Series tickets for 2015. What would have been Game 6, $110. We would have been sitting in left field where all the home runs were going.
Wow, that's awesome.
And then I couldn't get tickets. And I think on like the cheapest ticket that you actually could get face value in that area was like $400.
Damn.
And I know
insane.
it's 10 years ago. There's inflation and everything.
No, but I mean, there's still a huge difference between, like, you hear people talking about, like, how much they paid to go to the 92-93. Even if you factor in inflation, it's so far under what you'd have to pay now for those same seats.
I still have the email with because it was when you had to print off the tickets.
Oh, yeah.
It says World Series 2015.
No scan on your cell phone.
I was looking at it the other day, and I'm like, man, what could have been? But
what a moment.
But you know what? That didn't happen. So this weekend could, That's how I'm trying to think about it, right? I'm so fucking excited, dude, man.
Yeah. I feel bad because, like, I know for some people, like, this really has been a unifying moment for this country. People from coast to coast to coast, top and bottom and left and right.
The Jays have brought me more excitement in this month than the Leafs have ever had my entire life.
It's been this crazy thing, but there are still pockets of people who... I know people who grew up Yankees fans, and they don't give a shit that the Canadian team is in the World Series. Fuck the Blue Jays, right? Like, that's how they feel. And then there's also people who are just like, I don't watch sports. I don't care who wins the baseball game. And they've got to just be thankful that come Sunday, one way or the other, it's over.
Oh, and I know there's probably someone that's either checking out of this podcast or is like, shut up on the Jays talk. I don't know. I'll say this, and I know I've said it a few times before that, like, the Jays being in the playoffs is really good for our country. I mean, the main fact, of course, we all know this year has absolutely been shit for Canada with the tariffs and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long year, right?
51st state and
we
shit.
finally have something to be stoked on in our country and celebrate. Plus, it's just been nice for even talking with strangers, being able to communicate, or maybe you had to hang out with your girlfriend's friend's shitty boyfriend. At least you guys had something to talk about, or an excuse to just go grab a pint and hang out and stuff, man. It's been pretty solid. Even if you're not a baseball fan, you can't deny that shit.
I mean, it's even been nice, too, because a lot of bars, there's so much competition. Every bar in every town is showing the game, and they want you to come and watch it there.
The economy is helping out.
So it's been good for the economy, but also it's been good for the consumer because with every bar fighting for your dollars, we've seen drink specials, we've seen food specials, we've seen giveaways. Like, it feels like going back to, like, the mid-2010s where, like, every bar had some sort of deal to bring you in. I feel like my money is worth more during this series.
And as a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, it's given me a huge distraction from how dog crap the Leafs have been the past few games.
I love, normally on Fridays, I'll present like a conspiracy theory and get you to rate it or whatever. We didn't do it today because obviously, the show was what it was, but...
Did you have one?
I just love the conspiracies that someone put a curse on the Leafs to bring their mojo over to the Blue Jays, and that the Leafs won't be successful until the World Series is over, or maybe even for this whole season.
I've said it to Courtney because, like, I'll put the extra TV up in the living room and watch the Leafs game while the Jays are playing, and I'm like, I'll take a Leafs loss for a Jays win right now.
Right.
But also, everyone keeps asking me with Would You Rather and stuff. 100% I'd take the Leafs over the Jays, but, like, right now, Jays all the way, baby.
The funny thing is like, again, like superstitious people who kind of believe in this stuff are like, okay, so, Jays win here, or maybe Jays win tomorrow, or whatever it is, and then that's over, and then the Leafs will get good again.
I hope so.
I was just going to say, like, so say Jays win tonight, best case scenario, World Series champions, woo, we did it. And the Leafs don't get better. Do you feel like that was worth it? Just one season. This is not a forever thing, but, like, would you sacrifice one season of Leafs hockey?
One season? Yeah.
They can come back next year, but this year, all that mojo was taken.
Yeah, if you're saying forever, absolutely not. But one season,
that's crazy.
You know what I do feel bad for? Is the CFL playoffs are going down right now.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
And, like, I mean, everybody knows that the CFL ratings and viewership has gone down tremendously over the past 10 years.
This isn't helping.
Dude, for TSN in general, and I'm not even trying to be like a Rogers shiller right now.
But TSN doesn't have baseball.
The past month for TSN has had to have been brutal,
Tough as nails, man, trying to get through.
They have football at least, but even
then, they don't have all the football because we have to deal with fucking DAZN.
But even if you've gone out like drinking to a bar or anything like Monday, Thursday night, there's been a Jays game.
Yeah.
So there's only been one screen on with the football versus every other screen showing Sportsnet.
When we were at Game 7 of the ALCS against the Mariners, there was one TV in the whole Chuck's Roadhouse we were sitting in that had the football game on. It was on a delay, and there was no sound, not even closed captioning. And I saw one person in that bar who kept looking at that TV. I'm guessing it was maybe a Seahawks fan.
Yeah.
Just grumbling about the Jays.
Sorry you didn't get to watch the Seahawks and the Jets that night.
What a fucking game that turned out to be.
What else do I want to talk about? Oh, yeah, it's Halloween. So
yeah. That's also been funny to me that we've been so, like, Jays focused. And then, of course, for us, we're distracted by the 50-50.
Yeah.
But we're literally coming up onto what you have called, on record, the greatest holiday of the year.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like you haven't really got to enjoy it.
No, and then I even have said the thing of like, hey, there's a curfew tonight, 8 p.m.
Don't
Lights
come
are
by my
going
house.
off after first pitch or whatever. I mean, here in Kingston, we are supposed to get a bunch of rain tonight. So I feel bad for the kiddos out there. But it's nothing compared to when we lived out west. I remember when I lived in Alberta, the first Halloween I had in Alberta, and it started snowing. I was like, oh no, this is so sad. And my co-host at the time of the station I worked at, he was like, what do you mean? It snows every Halloween.
This is it, yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. And he showed me photos of him in a snowsuit and everything, and I was like, oh, that's way worse than rain.
I was just telling a friend of the show, Dylan from Paint Beast Murals, has been doing some work in my house. Thank you for the recommendation, by the way. And we were talking about it yesterday, about how it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And I was saying, like, when I lived and growing up in the Northwest Territories, I remember one year, and I fucking hate the Oilers. I have my entire life. But I went dressed as Wayne Gretzky because I was able to take my stepdad's Gretzky jersey and put it on over top of a big winter jacket and a hoodie and some snow pants and some boots, put on some shoulder pads and went out trick-or-treating. But I will say this, I actually would prefer to trick-or-treat in the snow versus the rain. Because the snow, you can build a costume for it, whereas, like, my kid's wearing face paint for their costume today and is miserable because it's probably going to wash off by house 3.
I'll say, as a parent, though, don't you like the rain better because you have the bigger excuse to be like, well, guess we're not going, guys, because the snow, you can still, you can bundle up. Your kid's going to be like, we'll throw on the boots. But with the rain, you can be like, guys, it's way too wet outside.
I feel like you know better. I want you to think back. With that question in mind, think back to when you were a kid. If your mom or your dad had been like, sorry, Brock, we're not going trick-or-treating today because it's raining outside, your response would have been...
And then my dad would have... Go to your room.
Well, I haven't gotten into the kid hitting part of parenting yet, so I guess... For me, it would just be like, fuck, let's go, let's get it over
Quit being
with.
such a bitch, dude. Step your game up. You don't have to go out...
Your dad is gonna fucking call you about this podcast.
It was on the butt, not in the face.
Sure.
It's fine.
That is what he pantomimed with his hands. Yes,
okay.
yes.
All right. Jeez. Oh, you can't. What, you're gonna call CPA on my dad 25 years later?
My hope is just that the kids get tired of it, but they're gonna want to go. Like if I tried to play that card of like it's raining, we're just gonna stay in. The suffering of staying home and listening to the whining would be way worse than just
let me know
going
where
out.
you're at. I'll come drive by, splash him with a puddle. You'll have to go home.
Stop it.
Bros helping bros. What do you mean?
I appreciate your energy, but that's also not going to be a good night for my kids.
We did do a Halloween costume ourselves. If you haven't seen it yet,
Forgot about that.
I'll throw it in the podcast bio there, or check out the Brock and Dalby Instagram page, the Brock and Dalby Facebook page. We wore chicken suits.
Well, it's a podcast. I feel like you could just say
I know.
it.
I just want to describe it first. We wore chicken suits. We rubbed chocolate on our face, and we had a cup.
One cup.
Is this ringing any bells for anyone here? Chicken suits, chocolate on the face, and a cup.
With a very specific piece of music in the background.
If you guessed 2 chicks, 1 cup,
You did it!
you would have got it correct there.
We have bathrooms here at the station. The water pressure in them is not good. So, like, I got the chocolate off my face, but I'm very excited to go home and get the beard wash out because my beard smells like chocolate.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I can smell right here. Right? Sorry, I'm grabbing like where your soul patch would be. It's very crunchy.
I don't think I can let my dog lick my face when I get home.
Your dog's
you
gonna
might
get
die.
sick.
Yeah, but it's pretty funny. If you want to see, we'll throw it in the description down below. But for the video, I did find the music from 2 Girls, 1 Cup, which if you've never seen that video and you're like, what are you guys talking about? Don't go looking for it.
No. It's not good.
It's an adult video of 2 girls, a cup, and they're not messing around with chocolate. Let's just say that.
It's scat.
All right. Also, did you know that video that we've all seen online, that was a trailer?
Sorry, excuse me?
2 Girls, 1 Cup?
Yeah.
The video that we all know?
That's not the full video?
There's
more?
That is a trailer for, I think, like a 90-minute video.
What the fuck else did they do for the 80 minutes that we haven't already seen?
Haven't ever bothered to find out, but...
Jesus. Who saw that like a movie trailer and was like, well, can't wait to see that whole picture.
Dude, that whole video, that was such a weird face because I was in high school, and it was, the first time I saw that was someone being like, hey, have you seen 2 Girls, 1 Cup? I was, no. And then you watch it, and you hear this music just start kicking in.
Yeah.
Like... And as soon as you hear this music, it instantly like, ugh, I feel sick to my stomach.
My kids yesterday.
I feel like I might throw up one sec.
Take a breath.
Why am I still playing this?
Yeah, you're doing this to yourself.
Do you want to know what that song's called?
I assume it's something to do with the movie.
Lover's Theme. By Herve Roy or Herve Roy.
I sure hope they're lovers. I sure hope that there was love involved in what they did to each other.
That has 65,000 views on YouTube. Like,
from who?
I looked this up just for the sake of the podcast. Who the fuck is listening to this on like their own time, you know? I feel bad because this guy, I'm assuming Herve Roy, I gotta get him a Google. I wonder if he just like made music or did he make it for...
Is this bespoke music for this specific video trailer? Trailer still blows my mind. Or did this poor guy just like put his heart and soul into composing a piece of art that ended up on like a royalty-free website and someone bought the rights to it and ruined it forever?
I don't know if I'm butchering his name, but Herve Roy was a French musician, singer, composer, and record producer born in 1943.
Oh, so he did not make this for Two Chicks,
Lover's
One Cup.
Theme was made in 1992.
Wow, he made it in his 50s.
It must have just been public domain.
That's like I said, there's so many of those websites out there that they hire composers to make music that they can sell to radio stations, TV companies, commercial agencies.
It says he composed and arranged many film scores for a bunch of French movies that I'll never be able to pronounce.
Sure.
His composition called Lover's Theme was featured in a viral shock video titled Two Girls, One Cup. Man, that sucks so bad to have a lifelong legacy just ruined by one video.
He'll only be known. Well, I mean, luckily for him, I feel like not many people do the deep dive that you've done. Like, I feel like his name is not necessarily associated with that music the way that music is associated with that visual.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one saving grace is that most people who were scarred in childhood by seeing that video do not go, God damn you, Herve Roy. Whatever his name is.
It just sucks that the video came out in 2007 and that he died in 2009.
Oh.
Like, it couldn't have came out after he died.
That was the tail end for him. That was his last rip.
Yeah.
It was his riding out on that money.
He's like, my career's gone to shit.
Okay, hang on, though. Hang on. Do you think he got royalties for those last 2 years?
Probably not.
Do you think?
No way.
If
dude.
he had kids, that's his music. They would have had to have licensed
I think it might have been public domain. Like, did he? Let me see. I'll Google it.
If he made it in the 90s, it wouldn't have been public domain yet, unless he made it specifically for
I'm also on the
public
work
domain.
computer, so I gotta be careful what I.
I'm
Google
wondering
here.
if there's an estate somewhere of like his children or grandchildren or nieces, nephews that is still pulling royalty checks from Two Girls, One Cup.
It's the AI overview, and it said he would have or maybe might have received royalties since it was used in the background.
Right.
But then again, I mean, it's a porn video. Do you think they really went through the proper channels for that?
Oh, they would have had to because otherwise they would have got sued.
I don't know.
They would have got
'cause
taken down.
I've heard a lot before that adult movies, like back in the day, like they just used to go willy-nilly. It's like skateboarding videos. They'd just be like, screw it. Those major corporations are probably never going to see it.
Same with a lot of like wrestling companies and stuff like that, but only the smaller ones. Once your video becomes Two Chicks, One Cup huge, someone hears it and goes, they didn't pay us for that.
But also, do you want to be the guy to bring it up to Herve, or does Herve want to be the guy that is like, hey, so I was watching this video, and that's my song there.
All I'm saying is if somehow a clip of us ever goes mega viral on something like Two Girls, One Cup, you bet your ass I'm trying to get my cut. I
just don't want to be the first one to discover it, you know? I don't want to be the one to break the ice to be like, yo, dude.
Hey, I saw this movie with shitting and...
Don't ask me how I found it. Don't ask me how I found it.
Get away from my browser history. But...
Well, damn, rest in peace to Herve Roy, man. I hope his family's getting some... Could you imagine being his fucking kids?
Yeah.
And someone's like, how'd your family come into so much money? And you're like, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
That's what I'm saying. If he had kids and there was set up royalties, his estate should still be getting checks.
His kids are in college. It's like, yeah, my grandfather used to be like a really big composer. Did he make anything I know? Let me show you a video.
Do you tell people, or do you just go, oh, a lot of French films? A lot of old French films.
Yeah. It was kind of shitty, to be honest with you.
Yeah, my kids saw the chicken costume yesterday because I had it in the car to bring into work. And they go, oh, well, what's your costume this year? And I said, I can't tell you. It's going to be a surprise when we do the video on Friday. You'll see it then. Also, you're not going to understand it because you're 11 years old. And if you do understand it, we need to have a conversation.
Yeah.
If my kid sees our video, which is just on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, and goes, oh, you're 2 chicks, 1 cup. Go to your fucking room right now and give me your tablet.
There's a chance that they might have, but then it's like, is that still like internet lore? Or is that like a millennial thing?
Like, do you think kids these days are still getting blue waffled from time to time?
Dude, I mean, I had to get off Twitter because the videos are worse than any of those. I used to get like beheading videos or like people in India getting smoked by the trains.
Lemon Party used to be the worst thing you could find on the internet. Or maybe you'd get goat seed or something.
You used to have to have someone's older brothers show you all this weird stuff, but now it's just there. Even sometimes on TikTok, I'm like, how the fuck is this allowed on here?
Yeah. Things like Goatsy are just like, oh, that's tame. That's mild internet now.
It used to be like if you saw a video that had live leak on it, I'm like, I'm not watching this at all.
I'm out. I am out. Alt F4, Instant X, get me the fuck out of this part of the internet.
I like to think that there is one person listening to this that is like on the verge of like, should I watch 2 chicks, 1 cup this weekend?
You don't have to. You really don't have to.
We warned you. Okay? If you go and do that, that's on you.
Imagine someone listening to all of this and being like, this is a shopping list. Okay, you said 2 chicks, 1 cup, a Goatsy, Lemon Party, what else was on it? No, you don't have to look at any of this stuff. If you've made it this far in life, if you've made it to October 31st of 2025 and you have not seen this, your life is better for it.
Unless the Jays game sucks tonight and you get bored, I don't know. Curiosity might kill the cat on that one.
If you need to stave off depression, you can go watch this stuff. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. On that note, I think that's
where we're ending it.
I think that's a good place to end.
That's the walk-off right there, baby.
I'll play some walk-off music for us if you want.
R.I.P. R.I.P. to a legend.
Y'all have a great weekend. Keep it sexy.
Bye, everybody.
Go Jays, go.
Woo!
And rest in peace, Herve Roy.
Want to be a part of the podcast?
Leave a message on the Bad Line.
The Bad Line is the answering machine for the Brock and Dalby Show.
To get the number, text the word BAD to 762-555.
Thanks for listening to the Brock and Dalby podcast.